Hello, back here over at 1309 renovation project on the siding, and wanted to give you an update today. The fellas here with JKP Construction are moving right along, getting the insulation put in between the studs that they put on for the exterior siding, and bringing the siding out a little bit. So today was installation of insulation, and it's really come together super awesome. But before we jump into that, I wanted to touch base on something with you. I'd mentioned it a couple videos ago, and it got me thinking about something that I really should address here. I'd said that the cost of waiting a couple years to do this cost me about double or a little bit more for the cost of materials on this. And of course labor prices went up in that same time post the social experiment that we went through with COVID-19 and the coronavirus. So I never did dispute what the insurance policy paid out from the hailstorm. That was never the case. I felt at the time, based on the economic circumstance, they paid me a fair stipend for the siding and the roof. But of course I waited too long, and materials skyrocketed, and labor went up at the same time, and it is what it is. What I didn't address, and I got to realizing, is I should also address the cost of ownership, or not the cost, but the net worth of ownership of real estate. So in the same time of expenses going up, the value of the property went up. And that's the true benefit of owning an asset, or owning an investment, owning your own home. Real estate's always a safe play in the investing world. For example, here I mentioned my cost of labor and cost of materials had gone up in the past 3 years versus what I could have had it at. My net value has also gone up and mirrored that, and doubled that. So am I going to pay more for this project? Absolutely. Yeah, that's happening. I'm okay with that, because my net worth when we're done, one, we're adding value to this property because we're putting on better siding, we're insulating it more, we're building in some value added things to this home that most other homes don't have. Second, it was vinyl siding. It's garbage for our location in Wyoming. I don't care what anybody says, the vinyl siding is garbage. It doesn't withstand the wind, the hail, the cold, the heat, the whatever. It's garbage. So we're putting on better siding. Eventually here in a few weeks we're going to have a new roof, all of which adds to value. Plus there's the old saying of time in the market always outplays timing the market. I'll say that again. Time in the market is more beneficial than timing the market. This is a classic example of that. My hold on this, several years now. I think it's we're 2023, so I'm 7+ years on the hold on this. My net worth on this property has gone up, and I've added value to it. Concrete, all my concrete projects, we're fixing drainage, we're doing siding and the roof. Like, we done the windows a few years back. Every time I touch this place, we're adding value. These are all things that if I choose to sell, we can recapture and we'll do well on. So it's, in one hand, I can complain about the cost of doing business currently, but if I look at my balance sheet, I smile, because I know how well I've done here. And you can do the same thing on, in your investment portfolio, or owning your own home, or however you want to look at it. Real estate, because of the sheer scarcity of real estate, you will always do well in the performance field as long as you hold long enough or play your cards right. So anyway, I just wanted to address that, because I feel like, looking back on that video, I may have left it a little short-sighted, and I thought now is as good a time as any to kind of address that further, and make you excited about owning real estate, and being a homeowner, or owning a commercial building, or having some land out in the country, whatever. It all applies the same. real estate's is the best investment in the whole world, and that doesn't change. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what's sexy and flashy right now. The long play is real estate will always perform very well for you. So hopefully that addresses that. And if you have more questions on that or what that might mean for you, call. Let's talk about it. Let's see what it looks like for you to invest and own some real estate, and maybe see where you want to go in the future. Because owning stocks and bonds and 401ks and IRAs and whatever else initials of the alphabet there is, I'll place my bet on real estate first, and I'll challenge anybody to that. Most anybody. There's some folks out there, and you know who you are, that are smart enough to play those markets well, and you do very well, and I'll respect that. But for the average person, real estate's about as solid a play as it'll get. So anyway, let's get back into our project here. It's getting ready to probably going to storm here. We're set for some like 3 or 4 days according to the weather forecast of rain / possible tornado / possible hail, whatever. So here we go. It's springtime in Wyoming and construction season all at the same time. So I'll show you real quick. We got some clouds rolling in now. Starting to show thunderstormish. So anyway, here we go. Game on with Mother Nature, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's roll around here. You can see on the blue, that blue is styrofoam insulation. They've cut all that to fit. These guys have done an excellent job. You can see out right there, you know, they've cut that to fit in there, and really starting to wrap this house up real good and clean. There's going to be some gaps right there that they have to fill in. We're just going to use a really low, I kind of forget what it's called, but it's a spray-on insulation or spray foam that doesn't expand much. They're rolling around here. You can see here, there's one piece ready to go on. Point out something here. Now this stuff there, it's not just going to hang in there. Let's see, where's it at? Oh, right there. We got a tube of liquid nails right there. So they're using that liquid nails to glue that styrofoam on to that house wrap, and that's what's going to hold it on there. It's not just going to be free floating in there. I think that's an added value that these guys provide to the job, and the overall quality of this job, of how it's going to shape up and perform. There we go. We got a piece going on there, and okay. See, you can see there he's got glue striped on there, ready to go. But yeah, that'll hold in place, and then they're gonna, what we're not gonna see today is they're gonna wrap this again with more house wrap. So we got the initial layer house wrap, and then we went to studs, then the styrofoam insulation, and then we're gonna do another house wrap. So this thing's gonna be sealed pretty tight. Like, I challenge about anybody to find a home that's gonna be as sealed as good as this one when we're done. So and they're gonna get that wrapped up before the storm rolls in this evening, because according to the weatherman, like I said, we're gonna have about 3 days here worth of rain and conditions that are not so conducive to work in construction. So anyway, that's the update for today, and if you like what we're showing here, subscribe to the channel, share, toot the horn, do whatever you got to do to stay in touch. And as always, pay attention for new videos with properties that we got coming for sale. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Make it a great day.